Every morning, before the world demands something from you, before notifications begin to fight for your attention, before responsibilities start knocking at your door, there is a sacred moment. A moment that belongs only to you, a moment that can change the direction of your entire day, and eventually, the direction of your entire life. We wake up every day, but not everyone wakes up with awareness. Some wake up with stress, some with fear, some with regrets, some with confusion. But today, I want you to wake up with clarity, with purpose, with energy, with intention. Because a great life does not happen by accident, it happens by alignment. So I want you to start your mornings by asking yourself 9 powerful questions. These questions are like your daily compass. They turn chaos into calm, confusion into clarity, and ordinary days into extraordinary ones. The first question you should ask every morning is, what am I grateful for today? Most people wake up thinking about what's missing. Rarely do we wake up thinking about what's already there. Gratitude is like sunshine for the heart. When you water your mind with appreciation, everything inside starts blooming. Think about someone who has lost what you have: your home, your health, your ability to walk, your ability to breathe without help. When you realize this, you stop complaining and start living with humility. Gratitude creates strength, not weakness. The second question, what is one thing I will not complain about today? Complaining is like carrying a backpack filled with stones. Every complaint is another stone. You don't even realize how heavy it gets until you put it down. Some people start complaining before they even get out of bed. Traffic, weather, work, family. But what if you picked one thing today and said, I will not complain about this. I will face it with calmness. You will feel a strange freedom, a lightness that makes your day smoother. The third question, what is one thing I will do today to grow? Growth does not happen automatically. It happens intentionally. Just like a plant needs water, your mind needs learning. Read a page. Listen to something meaningful. Practice one skill. Do one thing that makes you better than yesterday. Remember, slow growth is still growth. Even a 1% improvement every day becomes transformation. The fourth question, whose life can I make better today? You see, true happiness is never found in what we get. It is always found in what we give. Maybe it's a small compliment. Maybe it's listening patiently. Maybe it's helping someone without expecting anything back. A kind word costs nothing, but heals everything. When you make someone's day brighter, your own heart becomes lighter. The fifth question every morning, what is stressing me right now, and can I handle it with a calmer mind? We often magnify our problems simply because our mind is not calm. If you put even a small object close to your eyes, it blocks your whole vision. But when you move it back, you see clearly. A calm mind creates distance between you and your problems. And when there is distance, there is clarity. Maybe the issue is smaller than you think. Maybe the solution is simpler than you assume. The sixth question, what is one habit I will stay committed to today? Success is nothing but good habits repeated. Failure is nothing but good habits forgotten. Some days you won't feel like eating healthy. Some days you won't feel like praying. Some days you won't feel like working out. But the day you depend solely on motivation is the day your progress collapses. Commitment is more powerful than motivation, and consistency is better than intensity. The seventh question: what negative thought am I willing to let go of today? We all carry thoughts that drain us. Someone hurt you, someone betrayed you, someone disappointed you. And no matter how many times you replay it, the past will not change. But your present can still be beautiful. You cannot always control what others do, but you can control what you allow to stay in your mind. Let go not for them, but for yourself. The eighth question: am I being the person I want to become? Every action is creating a version of you. Your choices, your reactions, your habits, these are forming tomorrow's you. So check yourself. If you want to become peaceful, be peaceful today. If you want to become confident, make confident decisions today. If you want to become wise, choose wisdom today. You cannot become a great person in the future if your actions today are small. And finally, the ninth question: if today were my last day, would I be proud of how I lived? This question is not meant to scare you. It's meant to awaken you. Life is uncertain, but that's what makes every day valuable. Live with love. Speak with kindness. Work with honesty. Laugh fully. Forgive quickly. Don't waste today on anger, ego, comparison, or regret. Make today meaningful, because meaning is the real wealth. If you ask yourself these 9 questions every morning, your days will never be the same. You will walk differently, think differently, respond differently, live differently. Because a powerful morning creates a powerful leaf. The second question to ask yourself every morning is: what is one thing I will not complain about today? This single commitment has the power to reshape your entire emotional world. We complain so easily about the weather, about people, about work, about traffic, about responsibilities, about routines. But what we don't realize is that every complaint we carry slowly steals our peace. Complaining is like walking through your day with a small stone in your shoe. It hurts just a bit, but enough to irritate you, distract you, drain you, and eventually shape your mood for the whole day. And here's the interesting part: most of the things we complain about are things others wish they had. You may complain about waking up early for work while someone is praying for a job. You may complain about the noise in your home while someone is begging for a home filled with laughter. You may complain about your partner's habits while someone is crying because they have no one to share their life with. You may complain that your children make a mess while someone is grieving because their house is quiet and empty. Life has a strange way of making us forget how lucky we really are. Imagine you wake up one morning and instead of focusing on what irritates you, you choose one area and decide, today, I will not complain about this. Let's say it's your job. Normally, you wake up thinking, another long day. But today you say to yourself, I'm grateful I have a place to go, skills to use, and an income that supports my life. Same job, but a different mindset. Suddenly, the day feels lighter. The tasks feel bearable. The people around you don't seem like obstacles anymore. The entire experience shifts because you shifted your lens. Or maybe you choose not to complain about a family member. Every morning someone irritates us. Maybe they talk loudly. Maybe they move slowly. Maybe they forget things. Maybe they repeat stories. But instead of complaining, imagine saying, I'm grateful I still have them in my life. The same action that used to trigger you now becomes a reminder of love. You start responding with patience instead of irritation. You replace frustration with compassion, and your relationship begins to heal slowly, quietly, beautifully. Complaints don't change situations, they only change our emotions. They poison the mind, shrink the heart, and wear out the spirit. Think about a simple moment. You're stuck in traffic. Normally, you get irritated, your shoulders tighten, your mood drops. But what does complaining do? Does it clear the road? Does it move the car ahead? No. All it does is make you suffer more. Now imagine instead you take a breath and say, "Today, I chose this as my non-complaint area. I will be calm." Suddenly, the same traffic becomes a moment of peace, a chance to listen to something meaningful, a chance to breathe. The situation didn't change, but you did. That is the power of emotional discipline. That is the power of choice. When you reduce complaining, you increase your energy. You free up mental space. You feel lighter. It's like cleaning a room that you never realized was cluttered. Every complaint is a piece of trash lying on the floor of your mind. Every time you remove a complaint, you make room for gratitude, peace, and clarity. People who complain too much end up losing joy even in good moments, because the mind becomes trained to find flaws. But people who train themselves to stay calm gain a soft strength. A strength that doesn't need to shout, doesn't need to react, doesn't need to prove anything. They become peaceful warriors of their own life. There's a story in every household. A mother cooks food and the family says it's too salty. Next day she tries again and someone says it's too bland. Another day, someone says the bread is too thick. Do these complaints help? No. They hurt hearts. They break efforts. They destroy gratitude. Now imagine the same family responding differently. "Thank you for cooking. It smells wonderful." Suddenly the atmosphere changes. The same food feels tastier. The heart feels lighter, because appreciation makes everything more beautiful. Complaining destroys beauty. Appreciation creates it. And here is a powerful truth. When you stop complaining, you start living. You start noticing blessings that were always there, but hidden under layers of negativity. You start appreciating the small joys: warm tea, morning sunlight, the comfort of your home, the smile of a loved one, the strength of your own body. You begin to see life for what it is, a gift. Not perfect, but precious. Not flawless, but beautiful. So tomorrow morning, choose one thing you will not complain about. Maybe it's your work. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a responsibility. Pick one area and say, "Today, I will face this with calmness, not complaints." And watch how it transforms your mood, your interactions, your energy, and ultimately your life. When you stop feeding negativity, it stops growing. And when you stop complaining, your peace begins to return. Because peace is not found in a perfect life. It is found in a trained mind. A mind that knows how to breathe, how to appreciate, and how to rise above small irritations. A mind that says, "Today, I choose peace over problems." And that choice, every single morning, is what makes ordinary days truly extraordinary. The second question to ask yourself every morning is, what is one thing I will not complain about today? At first, it may sound simple, almost too simple, but it holds a transformative power. that can change the rhythm of your entire day. Complaining is a habit we all unknowingly cultivate. We complain about the weather, about the traffic, about the long lines, about the noise around us, about our work, our colleagues, our families, our relationships, and even about ourselves. Every complaint, no matter how small, weighs on our hearts, clouds our mind, and steals the joy we could have experienced. Think about it. When you wake up and the alarm rings, what's your immediate thought? Is it gratitude for another day, or a sigh because it's time to get out of bed? Most often, it's the latter. That sigh is the seed of a complaint that can grow and take over your mood, your interactions, and even your productivity. Now imagine waking up and saying, "Today, I will not complain about one thing." Even this single decision creates a ripple effect. Suppose you choose not to complain about your work. The same emails, the same meetings, the same deadlines remain, but your mind experiences them differently. Instead of frustration, you approach your tasks with focus and calm. The people around you sense the difference, and interactions become smoother. You've changed your experience without changing the external situation at all. Or take the example of family life. There are always small irritations. Someone leaves clothes on the floor. Someone forgets to wash a dish. Someone talks loudly. Someone interrupts your routine. Normally, these would trigger frustration, sighs, or even arguments. But if you consciously decide, "I will not complain about this today," suddenly those irritations lose their power. They no longer control your emotions, and the home feels lighter. Your patience grows, your relationships improve, and even your energy for the day increases. Complaints don't solve problems, they only magnify them. Imagine you're stuck in a long queue at a bank. Some people fume, some grumble, some check their phones repeatedly, muttering under their breath. But then there's the person who silently chooses not to complain, who smiles, who waits calmly, maybe even uses that time to reflect or breathe deeply. That person doesn't just survive the wait, they find peace in it. Complaining multiplies suffering, while acceptance and calm reduce it. Consider the example of food. Many of us complain about the taste, the portion, the variety. But somewhere someone is starving, someone is praying for a meal, someone is struggling to feed their children. When you choose to eat without complaining, when you eat with gratitude instead of irritation, that same meal nourishes not just your body, but your soul. Every complaint is a small stone in your backpack. You may not notice it at first, but as you go through the day, the weight increases, dragging you down, making life feel heavier than it really is. But when you put one stone down by not complaining about one thing, you feel lighter. Your steps become freer, your mind clearer, your heart calmer. Even your own health can benefit from this practice. Studies show that complaining increases stress, raises blood pressure, and weakens the immune system, while gratitude and positivity reduce stress, enhance resilience, and improve overall well-being. So, this question is not just about behavior, it's about transforming your mind and body from the moment you wake up. Imagine going through your day with fewer complaints, noticing small blessings, appreciating little joys, feeling lighter, and interacting with others with patience and love. Imagine what would happen if you trained yourself to notice the good instead of dwelling on the small annoyances. Complaining is easy because it requires no effort. Choosing calmness, patience, and non-complaining takes conscious effort, but the rewards are extraordinary. It's like watering a plant. You can water weeds effortlessly, but watering a flower intentionally allows it to grow beautifully. Your mind is that flower. Complaints are weeds, constant and intrusive, choking the joy within you. Choosing one area to be free of complaint is like turning your attention to water your flower instead. The change may seem small at first, but it compounds. One day, you will notice that fewer things irritate you, that your conversations become gentler, that your mornings feel lighter, that your evenings are calmer. Life itself will start feeling less like a burden and more like a gift. So tomorrow morning, as you wake up, ask yourself this second question: what is one thing I will not complain about today? Choose wisely, choose consciously, and see the ripple effect. Your day will change, your interactions will change, your energy will shift, and over time, your life will transform. Because peace begins the moment we stop feeding negativity, and the moment we stop complaining, we begin living fully. Complaints do not make life easier, they only make life heavier. Non-complaining doesn't change circumstances, it changes your perspective. And perspective, my friend, is everything. One morning, one decision, one commitment to stop complaining, and your life can start moving toward the calm, joyful, and fulfilling journey it was always meant to be.